your dreams trying to tell you something? Author M.B. Mosley teaches you how to decode your dreams and take hold of the manifestations that lay in wait for you in the waking realm. Now, broadcasting all over the world, it's the Dream Interpretation Podcast.
Welcome, family. Please be reminded that all dreams are not a one-size-fits-all, and that each dream may be similar, but is contingent upon each individual's waking life. I conduct dream interpretations based upon my waking life as it pertains to my journey here on earth. As for the requests that are emailed to me, I do a general interpretation as I do not know the individual's spiritual and personal waking life. I am so excited. Welcome to Zip Baby Zip. Zip Baby Zip. That's DZIP, the Dream Zone Interpretation Podcast. Share this podcast with your loved ones, guys. I'm so excited to continually teach you all on how to do dream interpretations. I want to hear about it. You can email me at askmemory2019@gmail.com. And we are also dropping new episodes every other Wednesdays as we activate into this podcast. And the further out we go in the podcast, we're hoping to drop more episodes, and we're hoping to hear from your requests as well. I'm excited for that. So let's get right into it, folks. Drum roll, please. Grab your pens and paper, and 3, 2, 1. All right, my lovely people, welcome back to the Zip Baby, hashtag Zip Baby Zip. That's DZIP, the Dream Zone Interpretation Podcast. So today I'm coming with a quick one, guys. Grab your papers, grab your pens. Let us continue to decode these dreams and see what the spiritual realm is trying to tell us. Alrighty, grab your papers and pens while I scooch stuff out of my way here. Alright, so this is I wanted to talk about, I love to do this every now and then. I like to throw, because in this learning process of dream interpretation, it is important for you to understand, as I have stated before, that the fascinating aspect of the spiritual realm, the spiritual dream world, is just simply the fact that it is always trying to communicate with us, as long as we are wanting it to communicate with us, I should say. And I want to say that loosely, because I don't want to, we're going to do baby steps, because I know that I've talked to so many people in my life, that some people don't even have dreams at all, right? So that's why I want to say that loosely, because maybe people are like, look, I've exhausted every avenue. I don't dream. I don't remember my dreams. So what do you mean they're trying to communicate? Perhaps I will do I'll talk about that. Talk about that in on how to help you get, when you lay down and sleep, how to emerge into your spiritual dream world. Okay, gotta write that down. I'm a post-it queen. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Let's write that down. I should remember that, because I've been wanting to. Spiritual dream world. Okay, embarking into the spiritual dream world. I should have remembered. It's something I wanted to do. I need to put that. Okay, we'll put it together. We'll put it together. All right, so let us go in and decode. Remember, at the top of the episodes, I have mentioned that sometimes we are being given messages for now, for tomorrow, for 5 years from now, from 10 years from now, 15 years from now, for a whole other generation from now. Hey, I don't run the show, okay? I just don't. I just, participate in it, okay? I'm like, it's time to go and sleep, because I'm always excited to get a little something out of it. But so every now and then I like to throw out some of those that came with some quick manifestations. And then I want to do this dream, because then I want you to also understand that allow yourself to be very open-minded to the spiritual dream world. What do I mean by that? Just simply by the fact that sometimes some dreams are not as complex as they seem to be. Some dreams are just really on the surface, and some dreams may be complex or complicated. okay, to where you really have to take that pen and paper and really, sketch it out, break it down, and do all that stuff. So always be open-minded. This goes to your self-awareness, where you are, what state you are within your journey, within your life, your cultural background, and who you are as a person in the waking realm. And when I say who you are as a person, you all know already, I'm talking about is in terms of your spiritual journey or path on this earth. Okay? Alrighty. So let's talk about this one. I'm talking about this one because I want to show you sometimes it could really be simplistic and on the surface. Just take heed, take notes, caution, and look around you. All right. So this dream, I had it in about 2014, if not 13. All right. So this was also another one of those quick dreams. Okay, in this dream, I'm walking down. It looked like a really narrow path, a really narrow path. Kind of looked like big cobblestones on this path. However, to my right was like swampy, dirty looking water. And to my left was the same as well, like swampy, dirty looking water. And I was walking, and as I was walking on this path, a big snake jumped up from the right side from the water and literally bit me on my back. I felt the pain of two prickly things on my back, in my during the dream, which felt so real. When I woke up that morning, I was freaking terrified. And this is where we start to continually always talk about also cultural differences, which are good. Cultural differences are not a bad thing, right? We have to have cultural differences. That's the way life goes and evolves. But listen, my vibe that morning when I woke up, I was scared, terrified. In my culture, I am Zimbabwean American. In my culture, snakes are not anything good, right? Snakes are symbols of bad luck in my culture. Um, so I say that loosely, and that's why you guys always hear me. I'm the disclaimer queen. You hear me always telling you all, depending on your journey and your culture, because I also do know that there are cultures where snakes are worshipped, snakes are gods, snakes are good luck. So reference your culture when you do if you have a similar dream like this, do your dream interpretation according to because then there's some people that they don't have cultural beliefs, even though they know their culture. So if you are a person that believes in your culture, you practice your culture, then do your dream interpretation as it pertains to your culture. That's who connects you to your ancestors. And for some people, they believe that the ancestors are guiding them throughout this part of our lives. Okay, and so do your dream interpretations according to that. You're the only person that knows that. And if you don't have a cultural background, it's okay too. It's one of those things where, do you like snakes or not? Okay, I don't. If you don't, and I have my stance on not liking snakes is deeply rooted in my culture, though. I'm pretty sure if I didn't grow up knowing that snakes were bad luck or a symbol of bad luck or bad things happen or you should never dream of snakes and all this, if I never grew up knowing and hearing all that stuff, I probably would be indifferent about snakes, probably. But I'm just saying. Anywhoosies, I digress. So I just want to elaborate further on that. So let us continue. So yes, I woke up scared and terrified because I don't like snakes. I told you at the top of the hour, my dream interpretations are spiritual and cultural. I cannot negate the culture that's within me. So, yeah, I don't even want to talk about it, guys, because I don't like them. I've always said if I was walking down the road and if I saw a snake, I'd probably just pass out on sight. But I don't. I just don't. But so anyways, the big snake jumps out of this dirty, murky, swampy looking water, bites me in the back. I felt the physical, the two bite. They felt like the, I guess it's the fangs. Is that what you call those? The like sharp teeth or whatever. There's two, you know. And so I didn't like it. When I woke up, I was like, what in the world is going on? Did what I had to do to cleanse that dream. Um, so when I break it down, this is just one of those quick ones. About 2 weeks after that very same dream, guys, I had been working with a coworker that I'd known at that time for probably 8 to 9 years. Never had any rift or grievances. I considered us to be somewhat like really close friends. A person that confided in me as I to them. So about 2 weeks later at the job, um, this person lashed out at me. Not just like da 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 da, like literally just disrespected me, lashed out at me. And I would have never seen it coming from them. I was really taken aback. And because I really cared for this person, because they had become such a close person in my life, they were older than me. They were about my mother's age when I worked at this place. And I valued her as a mother figure, not ever calling her mother, but just because I have respect for people, anyone that's older than me. And so when she lashed out at me, I didn't understand where it came from. I didn't. I knew that her mother had passed away some time ago. And I'm not saying it's an excuse behind it. I wanted to just be understanding around the whole entire situation. And she didn't take that whole entire time off. She kind of came back quick to the job because it's what was her relief. I was in leadership at that time, and this employee was an employee under my leadership. And so when I say it was a lashing out. I never had an employee ever just dig their fingers in my face and just disrespect the socks off of me. And I'm not a perfect person, but in my life and where I've worked, I've always wanted to be a respecter of persons. So I had no idea where this was coming from. And so immediately I remember trying to calm her down because I was confused and because I cared for her. And when I care for people, I don't like to see them hurt, and I wanted to kind of fix it. And I remember apologizing because I didn't know. I was like, what the heck is going on? I'm sorry. And so and after that moment, there was a rift. It kind of pulled us apart, right? She never apologized, but I was hurt. Because, later on, you come home, you start thinking about what happened, what's going on. It was a clear case that she had been easily manipulated, right? And it's not her fault because that's what happens in life. I don't know. I mean, nobody ever likes the boss, but she was really close to me. So I was used to getting employees that just come to work, and go. They're not trying to be my friend, and I understand that. I'm not trying to be their friend either, right? But I'd always had respect for employees. But that day, she downright just was. I mean, she called me everything out the book, but a daughter of the Most High. So I was really hurt because we could have talked about it. We could have had a rational conversation on what it was that I had gotten that way. So I'm giving you this backstory because this manifestation dream came as a warning, right? And this is a literal one. I got bit by a snake in the back. What does that sound like? Back, getting stabbed in the back, right? Getting stabbed in the back, the sharp feeling, I got bit in the back, didn't see coming, blindsided, and then that physical pain I felt in my dream that woke me up to my core, scared and frightened, was the pain my heart felt because I was hurt. I wasn't hurt because she freaking yelled my socks off and disrespected me. I was just kind of taken aback and hurt that people could let their anger and the emotions and like for her, just all this take her out of character for probably a misunderstanding. Even up to this day, I'm like, I don't even know what I did to that lady. I mean, okay. But listen, I was hurt That's where that pain that I felt in the back, right? We're breaking down this dream. And then let's take into context. The snake jumped from this dirty, murky water. I'm walking down a path, blindsided, right? Didn't expect any snakes to jump out of. I don't go out around large bodies of water, even in my physical, honey. Out here in the Midwest, they got water moccasins or whatever they're called. Homie does not play dance. Okay, we go in a pool where we can see the water is clear. We go into an ocean and barely go into the ocean because Jaws might get me. But I digress. Okay, guys, let's break this dream down. I'm sorry. let's break this dream down. All right, so I'm walking down a path, the dirty, murky water. The snake jumps up. It blindsides me. I probably startled me, but I don't recall that being the reaction. And then bit me in my back. And so let's talk about breaking down the dirty water part. Remember, sometimes when you look at these dreams as well, you want to also, if you're not sure, like, wait, I was swimming in dirty water, I couldn't see through it. What does it mean? But if you know what clean water means, being in a body of clean water, remember that clean water is symbolic of purification. Clean water is, people in cultures and religions and so forth get baptized with water, clean water. I never heard of anybody being sprinkled dirty water or being dipped. Well, I mean, some people do baptisms like lakes and stuff like that. But, okay, most parts, let's just say clean water is purification. It's a rebirth, okay? Is it something positive? The clear, clean water or blue water or green water, not green, dirty water. You get the flow. You get the gist. Now, but this was dirty, murky water. So you're going to know, obviously, that's going to be the opposite, right? So this was dirty water. And now that we break it down, the dirty water could have been the negative emotions, okay? That negative emotions for dirty water. Nothing positive coming out of there. There's no rebirth there. And then what is a big snake to me in my culture? Because the way my life is set up, snakes have always been slithering, slimy snakes. It's a negative connotation to me. It's negative as well. That's just to me. Some other people, like I said, if you have a similar dream off a snake bite, if you are off a culture where snakes are good luck, so that probably may represent some goods coming your way. But just why it's important to understand your belief, who you are in your waking realm as it concerns to your spiritual dream world. All right, so the big snake, breaking it down, slithering, slimy, negative. I don't like it. It stirs up all negative emotions, even thinking and talking about a snake. And dirty water typically is not a purification. It's not anything positive. It's a negative emotion that's tied to that dirty water. And then we take the snake bite in the back. The snake bite in the back, on the back, I should say, is simply, literally, the representation of being stabbed in the back. We could look at it like that, stabbed in the back. And then the physical pain is the hurt. So let's put this in a sentence. 2 weeks later, it manifested itself, right? So we got the slithering negative. So it was a whole entire negative emotion. She was upset. She was angry. The emotion was really negative. And it was something that I didn't even do. That was all like whoever manipulated her. And then you got to understand there's an aspect of corporate that's involved that had nothing to do with me. I don't know. IDK, guys. But anyway, so once we put this into a statement, let's say at the time before the manifestation had taken place, I would have probably broke it down, looking at it that my feelings of a slithering, slimy snake is a negative feeling. It makes my blood curdle. And then the dirty water is negative emotions. I needed to heed. And I'm being warned that there's going to be a swarm of negative emotions that are going to surround me because the path of the dirty water was to my right and to my left. It was a super narrow path that I was walking, so I was going to be surrounded by some negative emotions that I was being warned about, so that I could have been taking heed and cleansing and preparing and praying for that moment, and that something was going to happen. This is a breakdown if this hadn't manifested itself, and that something was going to happen where it could literally be a backstabbing situation in the physical waking realm, and that pain that I felt from the teeth was the hurt that I was going to feel from being stabbed in the back. The emotions were negative on the snake's part, and even on the walking on the narrow path of the dark, dirty water on both sides. But also understand that the negative emotions surrounding me definitely would have represented that there could have been closeness, someone, something that's close that's about to stir up those emotions. Because most times when negative emotions or supercharged emotions, negative or positive, well, mainly like negative, those negative emotions get stirred in you and they're being charged and diffused. Usually you receive those from people that are close to you that you love. Because truth be told, strangers don't bring upon, if you're walking down the street, I mean, rationally, guys, come on. If you're walking down the street and a stranger just like freaking yells at you, I don't think that, I know I wouldn't care. I'm like, look, I don't even know you, sir. But when you got somebody that you love, care for with all your heart, that stirs up these negative emotions, then those negative emotions tend to also affect you. So that's what I wanted to do, family. Just show you that breakdown. And remember, I jumped ahead of the gun because I usually save the general interpretation for last. But let me reiterate, that was the interpretation and of a snake bite. So the general interpretation is according to your waking life and your cultural belief, understanding what you think about a snake and what kind of emotions snakes bring upon yourself, and then that's how you will teach yourself or learn how to decode the bite in the back. This one I cannot give you just a glossy general interpretation of a snake bite. You have to, sit back, think about your cultural background beliefs, and if you consider snakes a good luck, good thing, the gods, then that means with you and your waking life and your culture, something great is about to happen. And also you dig further into also trying to figure out culturally what snake bites mean if that's your belief. And if anyone is like me, and let's say maybe you culturally you never grew up hearing if snakes are good or bad, but understand you take the emotion that something gives you in your waking life. So in your waking life, do you like snakes or not? Because I know I don't. I've already said that 6,000 times, and I'm like tired of talking about them because I'm like, I don't want to dream about them tonight. Okay. And also, yeah, that night I hadn't dreamt about anything, but anyways, it manifested itself 2 weeks later, right? But so if you look at the way something makes you feel, you're able to articulate on the message of the dream as well. Okay, love you guys so much. I'm trying to make sure I covered everything here, and I think I did. So this is just an example where the cultural beliefs and or backgrounds play a strong part in decoding your spiritual dream message. Okay, and never be afraid to tap into who you truly are as a person. Like if you don't like snakes, you don't like snakes. And if your culture says they're good luck, then you gotta realize that, okay, I don't like snakes, even though my culture says they're good luck. Then dig deeper and find out why you would have that dream and what it's symbolic of. Remember, guys, decoding the dreams could be something that's complex or something very straightforward and simple. The message is within your dreams. I love you guys so much. I am so humbled, so humbled. You all stay blessed and happy dreaming.
For God speaks in one way and or in two, though man does not perceive it. He speaks in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls on men while they slumber on their beds. Happy dreaming.